And so it's like trash night, right? And then, like, I don't know, I think I told you I got a new neighbor or new neighbors, and she's out there. She's kind of hot. I was talking to her for a bit, and I was like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm a professor of logic down at UPJ." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. What's that all about?" And she's like, "Well, I'll tell you what it's about." She's like, "I'll give you an example." She said, "Do you own a doghouse?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I do have a doghouse." And she's like, "Okay, well, logically, then I would assume that you have a dog." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I have a dog." And she's like, "Okay, and if you have a dog, then you probably have a family, right? A wife and kids." And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, well, then based on that, I would say that you're a heterosexual man." And I was like, "Wow, okay." She's like, "So, I take the one thing, and by deducing all these things, I'm able to, get from the fact you have a doghouse to that you're a heterosexual man." I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Cool." Anyway, and so like if I were to say to you, Brian, like, do you own a doghouse?
I do not.
No. So then you must be one of those gays.
And you would be correct. Wow, that's great logic.
That's essentially, yeah, that's what a professor of logic's all about. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's like all about what doghouse is, whether you have a doghouse or not. Tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, do you have a doghouse? No? Oh, well, you're a faggot.
Well, it's funny because
Logically speaking.
Detling has a dog, but he doesn't have a dog house. So where does that leave him?
Exactly. Well, I mean, you've seen the way he's been acting today,
Oh
Brian.
man, he's got his panties in a bunch. Anyway, I have something to show the league that I don't think that they're ready for, the internet's ready for. I don't think anybody's ready for this, but here we go. This is me in a nutshell this week. Here we go.
Oh, baby, look at you. Oh, hell yeah. It's a disco party. Oh my
You
God,
know,
I love
baby,
it,
you
dude.
know it. It is disco week.
Yes.
Uh, I'm
Yes.
I'm I'm team disco. I didn't really do the whole. I should have put the whole get up on, or at least an avatar, but I didn't. Whatever. I'm in my jammies. I'm good. But I'm
Dude, you
still
kept that
disco.
from me. This is the first time I'm seeing
That's
this. You
right.
kept that from me the whole time. That was fucking wonderful, dude. What a
Yeah,
great
so
background.
this will be my background until the end of the season. Or if you lose, then it'll be probably something for Ed. But I'm team disco, baby. Team disco.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love where your head's at.
Now, hold on a second. It's 8:55. I sent Delling a message about us doing the podcast at 8:30. I figured he'd be here by now, but there's no sign of him. Have you seen him? Have you heard from him?
Well, yeah, actually, I did hear from him. I heard from him on the line app this morning,
Yeah.
being bitching and moaning about this Colby Parkinson guy that he can't even pick up, Brian. And we'll get into that in a second. But in order to pick up a tight end, you must have at least three healthy wide receivers that you can start.
Yes. Yes.
And based on what I'm seeing, we don't have that yet. So
No. I mean,
all that crying, and then he called me a crybaby. Like,
mm,
oh man, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he's fucking pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie to you.
it's so interesting because last week he was he was just happy as a clam. Like you couldn't wipe the smile off his face. I felt like you and I, like our energy was low for the most part. Like we were both dead tired. He came in there wearing the hat, first place, blah blah blah. Like, but this week is completely different tale. It's interesting.
What's interesting is like I don't think he ever thought I was gonna win. I mean, he kept saying that I might, but I believe
He
he's afraid of me, dude. And his worst nightmare just came true,
definitely
dude.
is. He is definitely afraid of you, as he should be. Especially
He's
the state of
fucking
his
miserable.
affairs.
Oh my God. I've never seen him act. I mentioned this before the podcast. Like
Mm,
I had to message him privately and
yeah.
just to make sure that he's okay. Cause
Oh,
like
welfare check. Yeah.
he doesn't act this way like ever. So like, I think it's
No.
getting to him. He doesn't, he's already in his mind, he already lost. So that's good for me.
All I have to say is Detling, and the whole league won't understand this completely, but Detling, you should never cry over spilled milk because on Monday morning when he had to go back to work after his week-long vacation, he sent me a video and it was Finnegan and Murphy pretty much butt naked in the kitchen. They had their diapers on and everything, or underwear, or whatever. and there was the largest milk spill I've ever seen in my life. Finnegan got an entire gallon of milk before Dylan got up, poured it all over the kitchen. I mean, all over the kitchen. And I just feel like that was an omen for his week. Like that was basically he should just forgot about the entire playoff matchup right there.
He should have
So
left his lineup the way it was with only CMC in there or whatever it was. Like he's just phoning it in, buddy. And yeah, I don't know if you've ever dropped a gallon of milk, but damn, dude, that I used to work the dairy section in a grocery store in high school. You drop one of those from now and again, dude, like how? How do you fit all that milk into one
uh, that is a
It's a
lot of
fucking
milk.
lot of milk, dude.
The best part of the video, and Deli, if you feel like you should share it with the whole league, but at the very end, when Deli's filming all of the milk, and it's in his kitchen, the dining room, and the pantry, he turns around and Finnegan's on the floor, and he's like, "Daddy, it's yummy," and he's like a cat on the floor licking the milk. Oh my God, it was great. It was great.
Oh my God, dude. I do not miss the days of having toddlers running around. I'm
Mm-mm.
not gonna lie. I mean, they're cute and shit, and they do say
Yeah,
cute shit, but dude, they're a fucking handful. And then
yep.
you got two of them so close. I'm surprised that Brogan's not knocked up because I know she wants more. Like,
What's
you
more?
better
Yeah,
hurry the fuck up, dude.
yeah. It's no doubt. We were talking about that. Like, I think I was talking about that with somebody. Oh, Tree says, I'm like, dude. He's gonna be like 75 if like at high school graduation if Brogan still wants like three more kids.
It's a good thing he doesn't
Yeah,
smoke cigarettes. He doesn't have
yeah,
a lot of bad habits. You know,
yeah.
I think he eats fairly well, but like, yeah, dude, be the fucking oldest guy at the graduation. That's pretty sick, dude.
Introduce me to your grandpa.
It's actually my
Um,
dad.
oh really? Oh, I thought you were saying your dad was that old too.
Fuck no, my dad died at 58, dude.
I'm just
He
yeah.
left a good looking corpse, baby. He knew what to do. He lived fast, dude. He was, and I know where I get my gluttonous fucking attitude from
Mm,
about everything because I found out, you know, after he died, a lot of shit about him. But dude, somebody offered him some angel dust and he took it, dude. Like, he had kids and shit. Like,
yeah.
it was the 80s, you know, things were different, but like, there wasn't shit he wouldn't do. You put it in front of him, he'd do it. And it's like, damn, I'm the same way, dude. You got a line of coke? Let's do it.
Oh
I don't think
man.
I'd do heroin, just because I know how addictive it can be, I guess. But
Yeah,
like,
probably was.
anything else is fair game. Yeah, I'll do whatever.
Yeah, stay away from the heroin, stay away from the fentanyl, you'll be good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay away from
Uh,
that unnatural junk. Not
and
the
tell
cocaine's like,
and tell all my fifth grade friends, don't do drugs. All right. Anyways, I love how the entire intro is about Detling and his like ultimate demise. I mean, the writing's on the wall, but we'll get there. You got any other unfinished business?
yeah, I got some unfinished business with you. I don't know who we are and what we're doing,
Oh
buddy.
yeah, we are here in the semifinals of the Tonto's Demise podcast, and I am the Tonto Bull six champ sitting here with.
I am Disco Danny, Brandon's age, your current world champion of knockout fantasy, and about to be, I don't know, maybe our world champion of fantasy
Yeah,
football. There's a plus 0% chance that I make the title game. I'm excited. I haven't been in the Final Four in a while. It was a lot of, I had a fucking fun ass week, dude. Like,
nice.
what? Turning on that Detroit game and just right off the
Oh
bat, dude.
man, that Detroit game
Booming,
was incredible. I
boom,
didn't watch it all,
boom.
but it was nice, very
Ah,
nice. Both
it
your
was so
seasons go off. Yeah,
Yeah, and it was like even Chase had 20, 23 or so. So like it was nice. It was kind of relaxing. You know, you got to watch out for those CD Lamb binks, but like
yep,
I
yep.
think yeah, I've never been so comfortable with the Aubrey's missing kicks and I'm not even mad at him. Like, ah, it was 59. Shake it off. We'll get him next week.
Oh man, that's great.
So that was a fun week. And I don't know if you watched Craig's recap, but
Did
like
not
I beat
know.
Craig by point 0.4, dude. Like,
Oh, that's
if only I
hilarious.
was playing Craig, that'd have been the sickest finish,
Oh my
dude.
God, I would have loved it. Well, save it for next week
Yeah,
if,
yeah.
if you can make it there.
God willing.
That's right. But yeah, my unfinished business with Detling. Again, I just have to say, like, I think it's hilarious how last week he's like, nobody forgets. who the regular season champ was, and now he's just crying because he can't even put a lineup together. It's poetry, baby. It's poetry.
I'll probably end up losing, but dude, just the lead into it has been
Yeah,
so much fun watching him squirm like that. Come on, Zeke.
I love it.
Go on.
So I think without saying anything else, I think you and Delhi has got to be the matchup of the week. It's 1 versus 6. Um, I think it's fitting, and I guess there is another matchup this week, right?
I suppose, but I'm sure not thinking about it, my friend.
So
I do have a small piece of unfinished business, and
yeah,
it's with Craig. And at the beginning of his recap, he okay, so he addressed the fact that you were like, "Hey, it'd be neat if like we use the consolation or the
yes, yes.
or bracket to
Figure out the
you know
draft order.
figure out the draft order or whatever." And he's like, you're sucking all the fun out of the league, everybody. We're already changing the quarterbacks from half to half PPC, and we're down to one keeper. And what are you going to do? The defense is next, and all this other shit. And it's like, dude, just because like you throw out an idea about
Mm,
like, oh, maybe we could do the draft order like this, does not mean that you're like destroying the league. And you know how quickly things get done in this
yeah,
league, by
yeah,
which I mean not. So
yeah,
like just because you suggest that for a way to like do the draft order, you're not sucking the fun out of the league. I mean, we can improve the league
yes, absolutely.
and maintain, I don't know, like
I would argue that would make it more fun because once the playoffs start, half the league checks out. They're just done. If
half
I
the
didn't get a
league,
part,
everybody but Tree
yeah,
Size checks out. Okay. Tree Size is playing hard as fuck. And I do have a bone to pick with him just a little bit because it's like,
yeah,
could you just let him have likely and a zero
yeah.
fucking points like
That's
that? If I'd
yeah.
have lost by like nine, I'd
Oh
have been
man,
so sick, dude.
that is so funny. That is so funny.
Just let him have his guy. But otherwise, like the thing about Maddie getting on Kevin, like Maddie, if you wanted Colby Parkinson so bad, dude, you
Yeah,
put a fucking bid in for him for
yeah.
$20 and he's all yours.
'Cause-
Kevin woke up and was like, "Oh, I want Colby Parkinson." He might have. Kevin has no keepers, dude. He traded them all away. He had
yeah,
Chuba and then Chase Brown. He traded away, so
traded them
like he
both
doesn't
away.
have keepers. Like what the fuck, dude? Let him play the game.
Yeah,
And it didn't bother me any, and
didn't
it
bother
wouldn't
me.
have bothered me any if Maddie got Colby Parkinson anyway. I think he'll probably get 12 points tops.
Hmm. Well,
I mean,
Kevin
Seattle's not a
Bean,
great matchup for him, and like I don't know. Maddie woke up with a fucking tampon in or something. I don't know why he was acting that way about the guy, but like again, dude, he can't afford to get him anyway. So,
right?
and then one more thing I wanted to mention is that okay, Gags, I love you, baby, but you can't at once say, Kevin Bean, you're destroying the integrity of the league when you do shit like that, and then turn around and cut like usable play. Like I don't want somebody I might
Yeah,
play against picking up Travis Kelsey and using
yeah,
him. Gardner Minshew comes in, or I mean, Rashee Rice is in protocol. Tyquan Thornton's in
sure.
protocol. Like he might be their only pass catcher out there. Like I prefer, thankfully, Matty doesn't have any trannies or wide receivers because I don't want him picking up Kelsey and using him
Right.
against me, dude. So, like,
Minshew to
that I
Kelsey.
thought was a really weird move. Like, don't do that.
I
I don't
agree.
have any money and I only have one tranny, so it's not like you're helping me out when you do those things. But, like, I appreciate that Craig stepped in and was like, let's not do that. Let's get those guys back on your team and whatever. But I don't think it came from a place of like
Yeah,
I can't think of the word, but gags. He's not trying to be malicious in any
no,
way.
not
I
at
think
all.
he's just fucking around. But yeah, dude. And I was talking to Ed a little bit on the side, and it's like just lock the playoff rosters of the teams that are eliminated. Easy, dude. That's like a button you can click, dude. Lock
Wait,
playoff. You know what I mean? Once you're eliminated, your team's locked because I mean, not
Jimmy
that
still
Jimmy
pick up
would, but
players.
he could.
Yeah,
What is he going to do? Cut JSN and then Craig
yeah,
gets him? That'd be
right.
fucking weird. Like, let's not
That'd be
get
stupid.
into that weirdness,
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I feel like if you're out of the playoffs, you should still be allowed to pick up players that you want to keep, but not you shouldn't put any bids on them. If they make it through waivers, then you should it's fair game. You know, Kevin Bean didn't put a waiver in for him, did he?
No,
He
and he
got
didn't grab
drafted.
him till like 9 in the or
Yeah. So
in the morning. Like
yeah,
it's not like
so
he got, and he gets up at like 5. It's like
if anybody wanted him, they could have had him. You know, put a bid on Tuesday night. He's
they could have
yours.
had him for $0. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kevin, and that's what Kevin was saying. Like, dude, nobody wanted him, so I
No.
wanted him. Like and I appreciate that. Like Yahoo keeps track of your overall stats and shit. You don't want to be a fucking silver player. You want to be a platinum player or
That's
whatever.
right.
Like,
That's right. When you click on your profile, you click on your little avatar. Yeah, you don't want to see bronze. No way.
yeah. No, and I appreciate that he's fighting. Not that, it's for anything, but at the same time, maybe we should have a prize or something.
Yeah.
If not the first overall pick, something for, winning the bottom bracket would be cool. Some kind of incentive to like
Right.
make people not give up but again, like Gag said earlier, like I don't give a fuck about fifth place and nobody
No.
ever really sets their lineup and it's not like we're adjusting the defenses or anything like that. So yeah, I
I,
just thought that it was weird for Gags to cut all those guys, but at the same time, like it didn't bother me any. Like I wasn't gonna pick up any of the guys that he cut. So
all right.
anyway, here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. All right, Brian, who spent the money this week?
Well, it looks like our buddy not so money White spent his money on Michael Carter, $41. The Wizard Wimber wanted him for free, but Delhi said no. And is that all of Delhi's money right there? $41?
No, he
Still
still
got
has
some.
like $44.
Okay, okay. That was the only competing offer. Let's see what else we got. We obviously know that Bean picked up Colby Parkinson for free, right? Yeah, for free.
Well,
Uh,
that was early. This is the second time you picked him up, so you got to
oh,
scroll down just a bit.
the second time. I see. Okay.
Keep scrolling, keep
Oh man,
scrolling.
those are all the drops. This is a one weird transaction
Okay,
here.
so yeah, so AJ Barner, Maddie cut him last night, late
Okay.
last night. See, and this is the thing. It's 11 o'clock at night, dude, and
Yeah,
he's dreaming about AJ Barner, and he's really not living his best life. I don't think.
yeah,
He's
he's
worried.
not.
He's really worried. I think that's why he's acting the way he is. But other than that, let's see. Oh, the pizza pie. Oh, it's good to know
Yeah,
that Tyler Loop will not be on a championship team.
no, he
He
will
doesn't
not.
deserve it. There's Kevin. So yeah, well, okay. So it was 7 o'clock in the
7 or 4.
morning.
So 3
Whatever.
hours, whatever.
And then at
Okay.
one, Gags lost his mind and cut all his guys, and then
Dude, that's the
and
second time he
then
lost his mind this year. I love it.
and then Craig, less than an hour later, was like, "Nope, we're putting them all back on there." And then Kevin was like, "Okay, nobody really wants Parkinson, so I'm gonna grab."
Oh my God.
Based on what
Oh
I'm seeing here, I hate Tyler Loop, so I'm gonna give it to Ed for the pizza pie. Kicking indoors. I don't know if Sanford's on the road, but either they're kicking in warm weather or they're kicking in Indy this week. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to my man Ed Lager for the pizza pie.
that's great. Yeah, I'll second that emotion here. So Colby Parkinson, he's back in the mix. So did Craig just put him back in there? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I don't know how that. I guess whenever Kevin then cut him, I think he immediately made him available. But
Oh, I
you
see.
saw how after all
Yeah.
that crying that Maddie then didn't get him for hours.
He
And then he had
didn't.
that whole speech
Yeah.
like we talked about, like, oh, you can have him, Kevin. I don't want disco crying. It's like, dude, I wouldn't be crying if you picked him up and
Yeah.
left yourself with two wideouts. I'm cool with that. Go ahead, grab him.
I can't wait to get to your matchup. We're gonna save your matchup for matchup of the week, of course. So that leaves you doing our first matchup. But before we get there, let's get into. Hold on one second. There's obviously no trades. There's no matchups. That's weird. I don't understand this. Why? Why am I not seeing the rest of the matchups? I'll just go back to the league page, I guess.
Yeah, I think it hits different in the playoffs. I'm not really sure.
I think so too. They're like,
I haven't been
yeah,
on the computer's website in so long, other than like looking at yours. So
yeah.
here we go.
All right. Are you ready for this week's matchups?
I'm always ready, Brian.
Two, three. This
This
week's
week's
matchup.
matchup.
And and unfortunately, Jetty and Gags could not stay alive. But we are now into the semifinals. These four teams have a chance to make it to Tonto Bowl 22. Um,
23.
20, are we in 23 now? 23? Okay.
Yeah, just like Michael Jordan. I
Okay.
learned that
Okay.
on the recap this week.
Nice. Okay. Well, then you can make it to Tonto Bowl 23. All you have to do is get by Matthew Detling. And let's see. Let's get into the first matchup, though, and I'll let you take this one away.
All right, Brian, in this first matchup, coming in on the road, just won a
Mhm.
road game, just destroyed his opponent by 70 points. It didn't matter that he didn't play Kyle Pitts. Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts would have just broken his heart and made him
Mm-hmm.
think he was going to
Mm-hmm.
win when it was never going to happen. Going up against our second place world champion, coming off a bye week. I don't know if you looked at his lineup, but he
I
scored
did. I
220 natural points.
he
That's
crushed it.
not adding up his defense, not
Uh,
adding up his
uh,
kicker. He
uh,
just spanked everybody in the league last
yeah.
week. Deserves to be where he is.
Yes.
Let's get right into it, my
He
friend,
deserved
because it's
he
going to be
deserved
a
first
good
place.
one. We got a quarterback, the most depressed quarterback. He said
Mm,
that no matter what team he played for, they'd have lost the game this week.
mm,
I
mm.
don't know what the fuck's going on with this guy, Brian, but he better get it together. We got Joe Burrow at Miami going up against Christ, Jesus himself. When you're in trouble, you call Christ Jesus and you say, "Hey, save me, save my soul, save my fantasy soul." Uh, at home against Vegas, who do you like?
Who will save your soul? CJ Stroud. I'm gonna go CJ. He's on a roll.
It's This is weird to say, and I hardly ever go against Joey B, but like, dude, I don't know what's going on with him. Honestly, did his
Nothing
wife
to
cheat
play
on it? I
lately.
feel
I
like
don't know.
something happened, like his old lady's banging the neighbor or something.
Yeah.
Christ Jesus been playing out of his mind since he came back. I'm gonna go with CJ Stroud on this one too.
Yeah. Playing at home. Yeah. Against
Las
Vegas.
Vegas, just a
Yeah.
tasty old matchup.
I'm
Could
with
be a
you.
fun one. I'll tell you what, Jalen Hurts got right against that defense, and if he can do it, anybody can. All right, and then a wide receiver. Oh, we love how they're cozied up against
Yes,
each
we
other.
sure
Both of
do.
them cozied up to their quarterbacks. We got T. Higgins, we got Puka Nakua, and we got Khalil Shakir going up against Nico Collins, Devontae Smith, and Zay Flowers.
Mm,
Um, damn, dude, I I can't believe this, dude. I'm going with Ed
me too,
again. I
dude.
think that Khalil Shakir is inconsistently trash, and he's lucky to get 11 points from the guy. Puka's his only real receiver. T. Higgins is coming off a brain injury,
Yeah.
and it feels like a Devontae Smith game. Brian, I'm going to go with my man Ed Logger again at wide receiver.
I'm going Ed Longer as well. Puka going up against that tough Seattle defense tomorrow night. We're taping on Wednesday. Nico again against that soft defense. Yeah, Zay's coming alive. Devontae against Washington on Saturday. Yeah, give me Ed Logger. And I'll say this real quick about Craig. I rarely give him compliments, but his team, I mean, they're pretty legit. Like Joe Burrow laid an egg, and Jameer Gibbs laid an egg, and he still scored over 200 points. So hats off to Craig for putting that team together. I don't know if he's going to get it done this week, but he definitely deserved that win last week.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't expect Sweet Trap to catch three touchies again
No,
or
no.
Travion to be binking everybody left and right, but they're coming. They're coming. It's not. They're peaking at the right time.
He
And
definitely
speaking of
are.
peaking at the right time, let's get right into the running backs. We got Sweet, so
Mm,
sweet. He's not sweet, Brian. He's Sweet
yeah.
Trav again, and Jameer Gibbs, maybe the number one overall pick next year, going up against Josh Jacobs and James Cook the third. Jacobs,
Good
he's
matchup, dude.
questionable every
Yeah.
week, but like. it Denver's a tough
Yeah,
matchup. Craig said on his recap he would gladly sacrifice ETN for his Denver D to try to keep pace, and we'll get down to that in a
yeah,
minute.
we'll get to that in a minute.
Uh, but it feels like a wide receivers game for Detroit. I'm gonna go with Ed Lager again.
Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Jameer Gibbs here. I'm gonna go. He had a really down week, so I think he bounces back. Steelers give up a lot of rushing yards, not this past week. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Jameer this week.
Jameer coming off a zero touchdown game, and if you look at
Yeah,
his last 5 games, it goes 3-0, 3-0, 3-0
that's
in
weird.
touchdowns.
That is weird.
Yeah, if you look at his
Oh
touchdowns,
man,
two
yeah,
zero, 2-0, 3-0. So he's coming off a zero. He's due for three
he's
touchies,
due
Brian.
for 40 points. Yeah,
Hard to pick against him, but I really
unfortunately.
like their passing game, and I hope that, I'm picking with my heart here because I love my receivers. All right. And then in a great tight end matchup, we have got Kittle towards the middle, going up against sweet,
Ooh,
sweet Trey McBride. Man, I gotta go, dude. You gotta go Trey McBride here.
McBride, dude, he's
Coming
getting
off
off
a
a monster
banger.
game. Monster game. I'm going Trey McBride as well. It's not gonna be a lopsided. George Kittle's gonna get his.
Yeah, maybe tighten up your earbud if you can, because you're fading in and out. But yeah, it's Kittle's. That's Kittle will be the last player to play in this matchup. So Craig's gonna want to be within 20 points, to try to make a move on him here. It's gonna be tough, but yeah, all right. And
Yep.
then the flex, we got actually a really good matchup. We've got Travion Henderson coming off a banger,
Yeah.
uh, going up against Rico Dowdle. You got to go Travion, I think.
Travion, man. Travion for sure right here.
Rico can hurt you though. It's really weird, Carolina. They're so like, dude, they had the fucking whole destiny in their hand, and then they lose to the Saints. You can't. Bryce Young is either playing out of his mind or
Yeah.
dog shit. So we'll see. But a plus matchup at Tampa Bay, so or at
Yep.
home against Tampa. So we'll see. All right, and then the kicker, one of the best looking kickers that ever graced the pages of Yahoo, Kai Fairbairn, going up against the brandly new minted pizza pie. Oh, I was wrong. There's a Monday night guy. We got
Yes.
the pizza
Monday night.
pie on a Monday night. Honestly,
They're both
based
kicking
on
at
their
noon.
matchups, I don't think they're going to be kicking lots of field goals, Houston.
No.
So I'm going to go with the pizza pie.
Me too. Eddie Pinheiro, I think Philip Rivers kind of keeps them in that game against San Fran. Pinheiro's gonna have to kick a couple field goals. Um, is that the only Monday night matchup? I believe so. Yeah, that's the only
Well,
Monday night game.
He's got Kittle
Oh
against
yeah, Kittle.
Indy.
Kittle. Ooh, Kittle versus Pinheiro. Yikes.
Yeah,
Could
so
be
you want
good.
to be up. You know.
Yeah. You want to be up by probably at least 15 or 20
Yeah,
if you're in.
absolutely. All right, and then finally and only finally, we have got a wet dream on one side and just a dream on the other side, Brian. We've
Yeah,
got the Denver Broncos at home against Jacksonville, who's been playing fucking out of their mind with Cohen calling the plays, unleashing Trevor Lawrence. He scored 70 on my bench
I
last week.
saw that.
Going up against Houston at home against Las Vegas. I mean, you couldn't have handpicked a tastier fucking
No,
matchup for
at the
this one.
beginning of the season. Yeah,
Oh, we love when it's easy, Brian. Give me the Houston Texans all day on this
man.
one.
Houston Texans
Jacksonville
by a
can
mile.
function. Vegas cannot. They cannot even function, dude. And I think they're playing for the number one overall pick, Brian. So
Yeah, I think
they're
you
gonna
might be
lay a
right.
nasty fucking
Big,
egg.
big
Craig
nasty
even
egg.
said he's thinking 50 already from the Texans D.
Wow.
Looking at him on paper.
Oh man, he's not liking that.
And so overall, Brian, I I'll tell you what, Craig, he put together a good season. He had some injuries. He had to wait on Travion, and it came through for him. He's been hot lately, scoring over 200 the last couple weeks.
Yeah, he's been really hot.
But all that said, dude, I think Ed Lager's going to do it to him again, just like last year in the Final Four. I
Mm.
I believe Ed Lager's going to win this game. I know Yahoo's not projecting him to win, but I'm not going to give anybody Larry's lead piper. Larry's lead pipe is out for the Final Four, but this is as close to a lead piper as you're gonna get. I think that my man Ed beats him by 25 plus, dude.
All right. I'm gonna actually agree with you because I mean, right now the projections are really close, but I don't think in reality they're that close. And my biggest complaint with Craig's team is Cincinnati because Cincinnati, they're out of it. If they were still in the hunt and Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, they might actually, if they had something to play for, I think they'd be put up in a lot more points, but they're out. They could care less, really. So I just don't think it's going to be a competitive game. Miami's out. I think they're just going to try and get to the end of the season. CJ Stroud is rolling. Yeah, and that scary, scary Texans defense. I love the Houston stack. He's got the Houston buns, and I think that's going to take him to Tonto Bowl 23. So write it down. We're both picking Ed and Craig. I'm not picking Ed just because, you're one of my arch nemesis. I really think he's going to win it. It's going to be relatively close. I think you're both going to score close to 200, but I think Ed's going to take you down.
And honestly, dude, you know, I want Ed to win because I like, you know how I feel about Ed. I
Oh
love
yeah,
me some Ed. I'd
yeah,
love nothing more than to be the first person to ever beat Craig in a championship. And I
yeah.
would hate to have to beat Ed and make him lose
Oh
back-to-back
man.
championships.
Oh
And
man.
so for those reasons, part of me really would want to play Craig, but at the same,
Yeah,
and also Ed's team, I believe, is just a touch better. So yeah, I'm definitely, it's not anything against Craig and his
yeah.
7 to 12 championships, but nobody wants to see Craig in another
No,
championship game
no,
anyway. But like, I really do think Ed's going to win this one on the strength of that defense.
no.
Trey McBride and some of these
Diamond.
guys, like, yeah, I picked most his side, honestly. In fact,
Yeah.
everybody but his flex, really.
Yep, pretty much.
But,
All right.
we'll see.
We'll see. And who do they got going on Thursday? Anybody? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Puka.
Puka's going. I think that might be
Might
it. What
that's
is
it,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, no Seattle
Yep,
guys
yep,
anywhere.
yep. And that you gotta hate that Thursday night matchup against Seattle. I'm not trying to diss Craig. I just wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like the Thursday game, and I definitely wouldn't like on the road at Seattle. That's not good. I mean, he'll probably get his 20 points, but I don't think he's gonna have a monster game.
Agreed, agreed. And now with Devontae out, they can really kind of rotate the
Yeah,
coverage
that's
that
true.
way. I mean, and make somebody like Tutu Atwell beat him or something. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, they could try to take him out of the game. And now we have the matchup of the week, and I really
Weak,
do week, week. I do
weak.
wish Delling was here for this. Although it's interesting, it's so interesting that Delling didn't show up. He was here last week to gloat about that first place trophy, and I think he just didn't want to show up. I guarantee. Well, he might be working late, who knows? But he's not feeling it. He's not feeling it. It's
Funny that.
yeah,
It's and you were right when you said it's suffrage, man. It's just suffrage. It's the only bad part about still being in it is you got to worry about this shit all week long from
yeah,
Thursday to Monday. It's
yeah.
brutal. I can't relax. I'm
No.
constantly looking at my team and my injury updates and all this shit, but
Yeah,
like
it's fun, but it's torture.
it is.
It's the best kind of torture. All
It
right.
sure is.
I still look at my team and I have no meaning except for playing against Kevin Bean.
No, you're looking at RJ Harvey being like, should I keep him over B squared? I
Yeah,
probably should.
I
B
know,
squared's
I
been dog
know.
shit.
Yeah, that's the only reason I look at my team for real. All right, let's get into it. We got J.A. It's Detling's old boy going up against Brock Purdy. He's finally back. Brock Purdy's on the road against Indianapolis. Josh Allen's on the road at Cleveland. Gonna be a pretty good matchup here, but I can't
I'm
go
going
against
JA, dude.
I
I
can't go
mean,
against Josh Allen. I just can't. Now, out of curiosity, like, have you thought about putting your Trevor Lawrence in there? Has it crossed your mind a few times?
no,
He's
they're
playing
playing
against
at
Denver.
Denver, so that
If they,
doesn't
yeah,
really make
that
me
probably
excited.
no, that probably helps. If they weren't playing Denver, you might consider putting him in.
May I did I don't know. I don't have the balls. I have
Yeah,
no problem admitting
yeah,
I don't got the guts to bench Josh Allen, dude.
I
I
wouldn't
really
either.
don't. I
But
know his floor can be gross
yeah,
sometimes,
but his ceiling,
but you're never gonna catch me benching. I didn't draft him in a second to bench him in the playoffs, dude.
no
You
way,
got
no
me
way.
here, dude.
Yep, he got you here. He might get you six more touchdowns. Potential MVP right here. All right. Wide receivers, we got Jamar Chase, and then we got the double stack, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, going up against the injured Rashee Rice, just Jeff. Let me
Just
repeat
Jeff.
that, just Jeff, and
Just Jeff, dude.
an injured Drake London. So what do we got here? We got just Jeff.
But it's just, I mean, okay, so Racy Rice, this is news. I never saw that he apparently he got concussed, and that he's a DNP today.
Yeah,
They're out of the playoffs. There's no sense in playing him. You got the
good point.
Minch out there.
Right.
I think they're gonna sit him down. Drake London's got a PCL. They're out of the
Yeah,
playoffs. I mean, I
yeah.
don't.
Why would you
There's
play
no good
them?
reason to throw him back out there. Honestly, they
And
got nothing to play for.
right,
Rome
you got
Odunze, they're shutting
yep,
him down.
shutting him
Devon
down.
Beasley's out already, and this was what I was alluding to.
Yeah,
Like if none of those guys play, and it looks like at least two of them won't, then you're looking at Pat
right.
Bryant
Wow.
and just Jeff.
And just Jeff,
You're
and
literally
then
looking at just Jeff.
you got just
That's
Jeff.
your,
And when you
and this
got
is why
just
you
Jeff,
ain't picking up no Colby Parkinson. You, what are you gonna play two receivers against me? My receiver just got 100 points, dude. You cannot fuck. You have to. You got to get warm bodies out there, brother.
oh man, and when you got just Jeff, you got just 3 points, man. About all you got.
He's got a tasty matchup, and I believe that Just Jeff will have a good game. I'd put him down for 20 right now. I
What
know
you? Let's take a look at
he,
this one.
he
What do
had a
you got?
touchdown, but it was called back
Okay,
on a penalty. But dude,
look at
yeah,
these
look at his
numbers.
last.
One,
Oh,
2, 3. Look at these single digit numbers. Okay, back in week 11, he had 11 points, double digits right there. But man, it's a gross season, dude. Just a gross season.
yeah, for what was he the third overall? Yeah, it's tough
Yeah.
here.
So, having said all that, I'm gonna take receivers.
Yeah, I'm going disco on this one too in a whitewash, dude. I think that Pittsburgh's leaky. And they'll probably sell out. They have to kind of sell out to stop Gibbs. So
You gotta
I
stop
think
Gibbs.
Goff's gonna have a good game.
They've got so many weapons, and they're at home. They're in the dome. Yeah, it's gonna be a track meet.
They only throw to Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams. Khalif Raymond had one catch for 20 yards, and aside from Gibbs, like
Yeah,
that's all the.
that's
I mean, Laporta being on IR is a big deal, dude.
that.
Brock Wright's not it, so it's like JMO and Amon-Ra, dude.
Yeah. I do. I mean, I do feel bad for Delling a little bit. Like Rashi, like two of his top receivers out. That sucks for the playoffs. So that hurts. It's bad timing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him at all.
All right. Running backs. We got HAN and Brees Hall going against CMC and Saquon.
Uh, uh,
Give me CMC.
yeah, I hate to say it. I'm gonna have to go with Maddie on this one.
Yeah.
With Ewers starting for Miami, that might, you know, help me with the receiving of HN, but I really think that since he's gonna try hard to kind of stack the box, make Ewers beat him. So,
Yeah.
and Brees Hall's been nothing but dog shit for fucking a couple months. So yeah, this one's easy for me. Give me Maddie.
What's going on with Tua? Are they just bench him or what's going on?
Completely benched him. He's just going
Oh,
to be the emergency in case
okay.
Ewers and I think Zach Wilson's their backup. So
And he's in the doghouse.
he sucks. I mean, which
He
is,
does.
what's weird though is like, okay, so he's thrown 15 picks. He leads the
Yeah.
league in interceptions. Like, you just can't get away with that anymore. I mean, you'd have guys throwing
No.
25 picks back in the day and still playing, like Peyton
Yep.
Manning, even in
Yep.
his first couple
Yep.
of years. But like, dude, you can't even get away with 15 picks, dude. You're done. You're leading the league with picks. That's crazy.
It's bad. All right. Moving on to tight end. We got HFJ going to make us double H.
Give me HFJ. 14 targets last week. I know he only
14
had,
targets. That's
yeah, he only had
crazy.
seven for like 50, but I think he turns it around. He might even get in the end zone. Buffalo's D is not great
Yeah, they're
as we've
okay.
seen. So
I
yeah, I'm
did.
going HFJ.
Yeah, I did not know that. Let me take a quick look at Hunter Henry here. Yeah, it's pretty pedestrian.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had a couple touches
yeah.
a couple weeks ago, but yeah, he could
Anyways,
hurt you a little bit, but I'm not worried there. I think HFJ
uh,
is going to dominate that.
all right. And then in the flex, we got AMNR going against Michael Carter. I mean, it's a really not a very sexy flex matchup.
No, it's anything but sexy. This might change, but this is what I've got. I got one tranny. I
Yeah.
want to see how Thursday goes and Saturday goes. If Saquon lays an egg, I might just stick with it. But if he puts up some points, I might hit the waivers. I'm not sure yet, but good
I
news for Ayam and Noor is that Van Jefferson I don't think is going to play, and he's been really kind of eating their targets. So we're down to Dyke and him, so
wow.
he might get some looks, even though it's not tasty matchup. KC is not the same without Patty Mahomes, so I think, and you're going to be surprised with how that Chiefs game goes. Honestly, Tennessee's been playing better. I'll give them that.
All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna take a flex. I'm not even taking a flex there. I'm not even taking a winner.
That's fair.
I don't even care. All right, and the kickers, we got a guy named Brandon going up against Jason Myers, who single-footedly won the game last week.
Two of the
Um,
best kickers, and
yeah,
Jason Myers, I think, is K1, dude.
yeah.
But that said, I'm going with a guy named Brandon.
Give me a guy named Brandon in a dome versus Jason Myers outside on a Thursday night in Seattle. Yeah, give me a guy named Brandon. All right, and finally we got the Falcons on the road against Arizona, or we got the Chiefs at on the road versus Tennessee. I guess give me the Chiefs. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's another one. I'm still thinking about the Chargers against Dallas. I know that's not a plus matchup, but they have
Yeah,
shut down, Philly and fucking KC in back-to-back weeks. And so you might see the Chargers in there. The only reason I like Atlanta against Arizona is Atlanta sucks against the run, but they can
yeah,
defend the pass
yeah.
a little bit. But then again, their defense is not sexy. I don't know. Dallas could definitely win that game a lot easier than Arizona can win this game.
Mm.
But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. But don't be surprised if Tennessee. I mean, with Minshew out there, the Chiefs
Yeah,
aren't the same fucking team.
yeah.
So
That game could be weird. Um,
absolutely.
I again, this is kind of weird because like the Seattle defense is like the one of the backbones of Delling's team, and it's like the exact opposite of Ed. It's like you couldn't ask for a worse matchup a Thursday night
Right.
against the Rams. But I'm saying this, if I'm Delling, I'd probably still play the Seahawks. I gotta believe in my best defense. I mean, I know they're playing the Rams, but
And look, he's changed his defense
yeah,
at least 5 times in the last 2 days. So uh, I think that when all is said and done, he's going to put the Seahawks in there, and I think that I'll probably end up putting the Chargers D in there.
yeah, yeah,
Um, just because I just trust them to win a little bit. And look, I know that their matchup's not great, but their D's been playing a lot better.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
yeah, I think I'll probably end up going with the Chargers. But I
A
like a
lot of
high
great
projection
matchups.
to scare Maddie a little bit. So I went with the one with the highest projection.
But yeah, I mean, this is not a good week for Matty. It just sucks that he's got his two big guns in Seattle, like well his kicker and his defense. Um, on a Thursday night, it's not ideal. So
Even Indy's D is not a great matchup for Purdy and McCaffrey, although they're kind of matchup proof anyway. But like
yeah,
a lot's going to hinge on Barkley on Saturday. He needs a big game from him.
big game, yeah.
Um, and he needs just Jeff to wake up, or else this is going to be over before it even gets started, my man.
All right,
But all that said,
I'm going
overall,
disco.
I'm going disco. It's
Yeah.
my mom said it's my year. Maddie made a real snide comment about have a fun time in Missouri when I wasn't having a fun time
Mm,
and all that shit, and it's gonna come
yeah,
back on him.
yeah.
We're doing this for Nana.
Doing this, Nana. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And Nana doesn't want him to win, and Nana's gonna fucking give me the extra push that I need to yeah, they're just depleted, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
if he can't get London and Rice out there, he's in deep shit, dude. Let's be real.
for sure. He's basically got CMC. a subpar Barkley, and then some other players out there,
And
but
then
not a
Pat Bryant, and
yeah.
then fucking some waiver wire guy who knows, David Sills the fifth. Who the fuck knows who
Wow.
ends up in
He
there,
he
dude? I
doesn't know. He has no idea. He's not sleeping this week, and Brogan's worried about him.
I'm worried about. I reached out to him because I'm worried about him, and this is why. Look at this fucking shit. He's about to get smoked. Gag said it best. Disco's fitting to go up in you, dude. And if it ever was my year, it feels like it this year because damn, is his team ravaged by injury. I mean, if I wasn't playing him, I'd hate to see it. But
Yeah, yeah.
let's be real. If he somehow wins this game, he's gonna get smoked by Craig or Ed. So
Man,
like,
yeah.
what's the point? You might as well bench CMC and Brock Purdy and throw Jackson Dart out there and just see what happens, dude.
Throw up the white flag.
Like if this is a championship team on the right hand side, then fuck, man. I don't know shit about fantasy football, but
Dude,
they're looking pretty gross, dude.
dude, his team is nice on paper, but the fact that you got all these Q's next to it, like, man,
And
just
again, it's you got hurt guys that are eliminated. If like the Falcons were in the playoff hunt,
true, true, true.
then maybe Drake, why press it? Why press your best receiver to get out there when, let's see what Kyle Pitts has a little bit more. Let's see what we got with Mooney and Sills,
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna make my prediction right now. Disco versus Ed in the final. Tonto Bowl 23. I can't see it any other way. I mean, Craig could upset Ed, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The matchups aren't there. Ed's got the matchups. Detling doesn't have a team, so I think it's Disco versus Ed. And I love it. It's like two teams who have not won the Tonto Bowl, so we're gonna have a new winner. And it's gonna be hard to pick against Ed. You'd hate to see him lose back to
Oh,
back, but oof,
and
man,
his team is strong, dude.
it
His
is.
running
Yeah,
backs, his receivers,
yeah.
maybe I know Houston's got the Chargers and weeks, that's not they but fuck, man, they make everybody look bad. Houston's the best D on the planet right now. That's a tough matchup, but I'm not even thinking about that, Brian. I'd like
No,
to
we
just
got we
get to
got some we got some business to do.
yeah, that's right. Let's
Yeah,
take care of our business.
Team Disco right here, baby. Team Disco.
I fucking love
I think
it,
I was
dude.
glowing from my head.
Ah, that's beautiful. God, I hope we win, Brian. It's way better than losing.
Way
I
better.
don't want to
And
play for third place. I don't care about third
no
place
one
money
cares
or
about
any of
third
that
place.
shit. I don't care about first place money. You can keep all the money. I just want the trophy.
The
I want to have
glory,
sex
baby.
with it. I want to fucking make that hole a little bit bigger so I can fuck it, Brian.
What are you saying
And
about
I
this?
don't know I'll tell you what, if we somehow keep this together and win this thing, I'm gonna not waiting till the draft, dude. I will drive straight to Tree Slice's house and pick that motherfucker up because
Yes, yes,
I want
yes.
it.
You're gonna show up like, well, let's see here. I guess it'd probably be like after next Monday, right? If not this coming Monday, but the following. So yeah, that Tuesday morning, you're gonna be on his doorstep.
And I got to tell you, 2025 has been one of the worst years of my life. So I think that this will make up for all that, dude, if we can get this shit done. But first things first. So let's just
Yeah,
take care of Maddie. So
one week at a time. All right, you ready, Disco?
I'm always ready, Brian. Coo, 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 coo.
Then we'll see you next week.
All right, my man.